And just what you've seen throughout the show, and
The most creative I've ever seen at any show, absolutely.
Awesome. I do appreciate that very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
It's kind of unique to have a teacher that's willing to share, you know, his little secrets, his little things that's made him famous, and just share those openly with you. As where a lot of people would be safeguarding that stuff. I know a lot of the stuff Brian taught me, I'm going to be safeguarding when I get back home. But he just openly shares everything with you. He's giving me ideas that and showing me techniques that nobody else in the industry is doing right now.
that's all we're really doing with this.
Love the class. A lot of fun.
Any ages limited, or young, old?
Oh, young and old. It's a lot of fun for everybody.
How'd you like the class?
I loved it. I'll be back.
You think it's limited, young, old? Anybody take the class?
Anybody.
Awesome.
Anybody. It's a lot of cool creativity in action right here.
Base, you know, like here, you can have your root system out here and actually have some rebar in it.
Yeah. So what do you guys got here?
We're gonna make a table. Him and I both thought of the same thing. I was thinking of making a table out of it too.
Just a plain glass top.
Glass top table?
Well, you could have a branch coming out here like this, you know, and a couple out there. It would hold the glass.
Well, I enjoyed having you at the class, and just ask you, did you enjoy what you learned here, and you think you can actually use it at home? And
I enjoyed it very much. It's very beneficial, and the knowledge is not. I don't think you can put a price on the amount of knowledge that you gave us. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Nice. All right, Mr. Robert got the birthday on the same day as myself. You were new at this before you spoke with me on the phone, and I know that was your main concerns, is if you'd be able to pull it off, but you've purchased the Business Pro on the online version, and then you actually came to the hands-on class. Can you kind of sum it up for us and let us know how you feel? And
well, I never had any background or anything in this, never even picked up a trowel before, and so at first it seemed a bit intimidating, but once I started getting into the DVDs and looking at it a little bit, it still seemed a little bit intimidating, but the class really brought it all together, and now can't wait to get home to actually start doing it. And it's like, not what am I going to do, it's like what am I not going to do, because I feel comfortable with it all.
you feel like it might be a little addicting now?
Oh yeah, very much so. I told my wife already, watch out.
Well, good. You feel you got your money's worth out of the class?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, it's like the first day I was like, oh, where do I start? And now it's like, hey, I can do this.
Awesome. I enjoyed having you here and definitely appreciate it. And Tammy and myself both thank you.
It was great to be here. Love the weather too. This was the first one. I think these two were the first ones, first countertops.
So you took the hands-on, actually the pro class, where you learned everything. How'd you enjoy the class, and you feel like you got everything that you wanted out of it?
Yeah, it's a great class. I think you get what you put into it too. It's a hands-on class, and you got to have the motivation to get in there and do it. And it's awesome to get your hands dirty and make it work.
Oh, I've enjoyed a lot of it. It's a great class. It's definitely a great class. Learned a lot of things in it. I learned that if you mess things up, you can come back and do something completely over and start over and still make it. And it turned out even better than I thought it was going to the first time. So awesome. It's a great class.
All right, I saw you out there working on those rocks. You look like a professional. How did you like the class?
I love the class. It was great. Wish we could take more classes like this. Okay,
which you can.
Yes, it could. Want to learn how to do the countertop.
Brian's almost got kind of like a James Bond thing going on. He's got a lot of different ideas. He's got a little bit of MacGyver in him. You look at a comb, you comb your hair with it. He looks at a comb. You'd be spreading epoxy with it. He could be making a new texture with it. It's everything down to shish kebab sticks. It's definitely a unique experience.
And we got our friend out of New Mexico. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've gotten out of the class?
I'm a contractor in Roswell, and I've seen this different types of this done before and thought I wanted to get into it, and I'm glad I came and took the class out here. I'm going to implement it right away when I get back. I definitely see a need for it. Probably make back what I paid for the course on my first job, so it's reasonable to do, and it's a lot of fun to do too.
Enjoyed having you.
Thanks.
All right, so Eric, you like the rock and water feature class?
It's a good class. Brian has a lot of interesting things to teach, and everything is very informative, and it's really easy to do, and I've enjoyed it. This has been the second time for me, and I want to keep coming back if I can. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, Brian. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
No, it's definitely worth it. I mean, for this kind of class, I myself, if I was your assistant, I said, no, you got to charge like $20,000 to come here. This is 10 times the information that any other class is going to give you. I mean, you come here, you get educated, you know all the ins and outs, not just, oh, here's a couple of samples here and there, and then, all right, go see what you can do with it. This is more than a hobby. You go in any direction you want. You could just take it any which way. I mean, it's just never ending with everything you learn here.
Sorry about that. Here they are. Hi. How are you? I remember you.
Yeah. It really is unique how much he's sharing with you, because he knows that he can give away all of his secrets that he's got now, and he's still got a bag full of ideas coming tomorrow morning. Guy's mind is almost in a million different places with all the different ideas, everything he's cooking up. It really is a great experience. I'd absolutely recommend this class to anybody that's looking to get into this kind of work. There's so many different possibilities that you could go.
Just taking the time to do this part on the whole thing.
I thought the class was great, and definitely a little thinking out of the box here. And it brings light to throwing things against the wall and watching them stick. New meeting there.
Nice.
Pretty awesome. Really enjoyed it and got a lot out of it.